All right, and here we are. Welcome, Taryn.
Welcome, everyone, for the
Night.
captain's meeting for Southern
Jimmy's
Alberta.
our first.
Jimmy's here, yeah. Awesome. So I think most people registered for this one are everyone that's been to events before, so I'll try and keep it short. If anybody has any questions, make sure you reach out. I'm going to be camping on site in advance. I think I'm going to be camping just Friday night, but I'll be there early on Friday. So if you have any questions, just come see me. So for everybody that was at Carroll said last year, there's the lake. It is a great fishery for pike. There are walleye and yellow perch, supposedly. Nobody caught any last year, but there's the odd one in there. Fisheries in 2018 and their netting caught a few walleye and some perch. Just so they're there, but I know they're not that common and they've never been stocked. So pike are the main species here. For this event, we've got 2 pike over 63 centimeters. That shouldn't be an issue. Last year, every single person at the event registered 2 pike over that and had many more. So that'll be good. And then there's 2 walleye over 45 centimeters if you can find them, and 5 perch any size. So if anybody's lucky enough to go catch 2 pike and then also find a couple perch, well, you'd probably win because get a couple extra inches off them perch. So
yeah,
good luck with that.
I just brought up on the map here, Taryn, the river, if you want to talk about that quick.
I'll talk about the road right off the bat. So yeah, where the dam flows out, so on the south end of the lake, they're doing construction on that bridge. So if you're coming from the east, from like out by Oyen or Alsask, that bridge is closed, but they do have a detour. So they have a small bridge that's supposed to be in that same spot, so you can drive through there now. They initially had it closed for good, but it sounds like it's open according to 5011 Alberta. Just make sure to look at that before you come. If you're coming from the east, everybody come from the west, you're fine. So, but yeah, they have it closed down to 1 lane and alternating traffic is what it says on Alberta 511 right now.
Perfect. And your campground?
Yes, so the campground's on the east side of the lake there. It's the only spot to launch from. There's about 25 sites there. Camping's first come, first serve. It's $20 a night. Last year, there were 2 other people there. I think that was it. So there was no issue getting camping whatsoever. I don't expect there to be issues getting camping again. So people showing up late on Friday night, you'll be fine. Pay there with cash. So they don't have a campground attendant on site. So make sure you bring cash. They have a little booth there. You put your cash in an envelope. And there's no firewood. So if you want a fire, there's no fire bans right now, so you can have a fire, but make sure you bring your own firewood or propane fire pit, whatever you're wanting.
Perfect.
And then with that, I'm just going to talk weather-wise. Weather's looking pretty good right now for Saturday. Friday's looking really windy, and same with Thursday. So just be prepared for potentially some wind because this area gets a lot of gusty wind. Last year it was breezy. It wasn't terrible, but the day before was white capping. So if there's really bad wind, we'll close down the area a bit to make it like a smaller area where we can fish, just to keep everyone in one area, just in case anybody does turtle. But I'm hoping that it's good. Then one other thing for anybody that hasn't been to our events, must wear your PFD at all times. Another note I have is so there's big pike in this lake, so measuring them can be difficult. Make sure if you need some help, everyone's there to help each other. So if you need help with a net job or help holding a fish or something, just ask someone beside you, because some of these fish can be pretty big. You might catch your PB and need a little bit of assistance. So, and then also hand in the gill plate. So make sure when you're handling the fish and when you're taking your photo, that if you do have your hand anywhere near the gill plate, that it's at the very close end by the mouth and not down here where the
you
gill
want it right
like
up at
really
the thinnest part between the gills.
Yeah. So anybody that has their hand fully in the gills or anything in a photo, it's going to be automatically denied. So make sure your hand's all the way up, like here, if you're doing that. If not, just put your hand on top of the fish. That's what we prefer. But I know some of the really big ones, the best way to handle it is to get your hand just in the front.
No restraining the fish either of any way. You can't have any straps over top of your fish or
no restraining,
or top on your bump board.
Yeah, no straps on top. And then while you're getting stuff ready, because I know sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get ready when you have a bigger fish. If you have to like expand your bump board or something, make sure your fish is in the net, sitting in the water, so that it's not like laying on the deck of your kayak. We don't want to stress these fish out. We want this to be a healthy fishery after we leave. So do that. And then one other thing is when you're taking your fish photo, make sure your bump board is perpendicular to your kayak. So what we mean by that is all the photos that I posted last, no, we don't allow lip grips for holding fish. So make sure, just use your hand on top of the fish like this, or in that really small part of the chin. We just find with lip grips, like if they thrash at all, you can rip their mouth open and stuff. So what I was saying was for a bump board, it must be perpendicular to your kayak. So all the photos I posted yesterday were like the fish on your lap with the belly to belly. So basically that's how we want the photos to be, with the nose facing to the left. No putting like the fish in the in your foot well and taking a photo of it. We want them on your lap or like right in front of you, sideways on your boat.
Yeah, and that's what it even states that in the rules and the code of conduct that everybody signs, that the fish will be belly to belly. So unless you're sitting side saddling your kayak with your legs dangling in the water, your fish will be perpendicular across your kayak with its belly to you and the nose to the left.
Yeah. And that way we just know that nobody's taking a fish and flipping it over, because it's really difficult to determine that if people are flipping fish over.
Yeah, so it makes it impossible for us to know if it's one picture is belly to belly and the next picture is with its back to you. We can't tell the markings to prove that it's the same fish.
So if there's one that's not belly to belly, it'll be denied. Then the only other thing I have to talk about is prizes. So for this event, we have, I think right now we have 9 people registered. So if there's 9 people registered, if that's what it is, first and second will get payout. There won't be a third payout. Hopefully we get a few more and we can get a third payout, but we'll see how that is. We do have 3 prizes as well. So we have a Lew's medium heavy 2-piece spinning combo, sorry. And that's got a value of about $150. And then there's a spool of line and some lures with that as well. So that's a little bit more than $150. And then we have 2 co-op prize packs, each valued at $150. So that's just kind of a mixed bag of all different kinds of outdoors stuff. And then we have the 10 lures from G-Bus baits as well that we'll be giving away. Lots of good prizes for that many people. You got a good odds of getting a prize.
Yeah, this is one where if you've got the ability to get out to this derby, it's going to be an absolutely great time. The fish pictures from last year were amazing. Everybody that went last year is talked about it forever, about the quality of the fishery. So I really hope that we can see a lot more anglers show up, even if it's just roll up in the morning, fish, and leave in the evening if you're not camping. But it'd be great to see this with some more numbers for this one. But
yeah, to put it into perspective, I did a quick run of the numbers of what was submitted, and last year what was submitted, the average size fish was 32 inches. So and that truly is what we were catching out there. Like every fish you were catching was over 29 or 29, and then few people caught some 35s. I know the day before I caught a 35. People the day after caught some big ones too. So they're out there. And I know there were some stories last year. I had one specifically that was much bigger than 35 that came and swiped out of the weed bed. And I was looking for that fish for quite a while. Didn't come back. So there's some big ones in there.
There are some big ones in there. When Fisheries approached us with this lake to hold something, he said it's a hidden gem. Yeah, Robin, 3 back-to-back derbies. Sucks for work. Yeah, well, technically it'd be 4 because we had 2 derbies on the weekend, and now we've got 2 more weekends of derbies. But yeah, Fisheries really said that this lake is somewhat of a hidden gem, and it was proven last year when we looked at the quality of the fish that were submitted. So that's great.
Yeah, it really doesn't see as much pressure as some of the ones around like closer to Calgary or even the same distance as Calgary, just because it's pretty, there's not a lot of stuff out east of Calgary this far, and there's not a lot of trees. So the campground's pretty open, but the fishing is great. So
yeah, it's one of those ones because it's not what people are thinking of when they're going to, they're going down to Newell, or they're going, they're
like
going to
Little Bow
Crawling
or something,
Valley
right?
and stuff like this. They're going to these bigger water bodies where they're more used to the facilities that are there. So
Yeah,
it'll be absolutely great. Just quickly, the derbies on the weekend were amazing. Mother Nature held out. So for anybody that wasn't there, we woke up Saturday morning to frost on everything. There was 4 of us that had kayak covers. So luckily our seats stayed nice and dry and warm, and we weren't sliding around on them. But yeah, when we woke up in the morning, there was frost on everything. The weather, we got a little bit of rain throughout the day, just little dribbles and stuff, nothing bad. But at the end of the day, it opened up on us, and it was absolutely crazy. We had hail, we had rain, we had people's awnings collapsing. We had a little bit of everything Friday, but we ended up our largest derby. We had 51 people out there fishing on Open Creek Dam, and that was absolutely amazing. That is the biggest freshwater derby that we've had in Western Canada. So it was pretty spectacular. The night was good. We thanks again to Robin, Ron, and Robin's parents. Amazing meal cooked for everybody. They supplied that for us, so that was absolutely great. And then Saturday we had 42 people fishing for suckers. It was a pretty tight race. If you look at the scores I threw up there, that top 5, top 10 was pretty close. And yeah, there was a bit of cash going out. 740 for first place, 444 for second, and 296 for third place. So it was a great turnout. So Nick, we're glad you had we're glad you had a great time there. We all had a blast too. It was a good time, and now to make it even bigger and better for next year, I guess it'll be something spectacular. I know we've got a hockey game that we've got to get ready for here. Everybody's tuned in, but they really want to be watching hockey. SummerSlam is still going with the monthly challenge, so make sure you get your fish entered in on that. If you haven't sent in your waivers before any of your fish will be accepted for SummerSlam, your waivers need to be in. Without that waiver, your fish won't be accepted. So with that, make sure that you're going into the app. Going to the app, subscribe for the month of May. If that's all you're doing is the SummerSlams, go subscribe for the month. Then you can register for the tournament and submit your fish. As always, make sure that we're practicing that catch, photo, release. It's barbed hooks. Some places is good, some places it's not. As the trail, we are a barbless trail. So please, obviously in the SummerSlam, it's always an honor system. So just don't use the barbed hook. Let's run barbless hooks because it's just better on the fish and mortality for everything. For anybody that is running motors for the SummerSlam, you need to submit a picture of your kayak with the motor. Any bump boards that are not manufactured, so whether it's a trail one or anything like that, those photos need to be submitted into the trail. If it's a folding or an expandable bump board, there needs to be marks to show that where it's open. You can draw a line. I've seen some people, it looks really good when they open it up and it clicks into place. They actually, in the little side slots there, they're actually drawing big squares so you can see the black marks. If you're using a folding bump board, Broden has a great suggestion with that piece of PVC pipe with a slot cut down it, and then you can put that on the bump board and it keeps it from collapsing, because we will be looking at that. And if we notice that your bump board is sitting unhinged a little bit, which will actually give you potentially up to an extra half inch, you're going to get a deduction of over that half inch. So make sure that if you're using a folding bump board and it's extended out, that you've got something to keep that thing super rigid. That's kind of one of the problems with a folding bump board, where you've got to hold it perpendicular across your kayak. You have to find a way to make sure it stays flat. So however you're going to do it, have a piece of wood that you're going to lay across, or, come up with a solution. But you need to make sure that there is, because when we look, we can see the side of that bump board. And if it is folded down, we will be making deductions for that. So
yeah, the ones that lock into place are really nice. Like the Catch one that has the sliding sleeve, or there's the I forget the one that David Band has now, Fish Stick, I think it's called. That one like locks into place as well. Like the ones that fold and then lock are much nicer for putting across your lap for sure. Yeah. And you probably lose less fish because you're not dealing with many things moving at once, right?
Not dealing with a wobbling board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think that pretty much does it. Lots of people have been asking about hats. We'll go on, and one of the directors will go on to our Facebook page, and we'll bump up that post that we've got for the merch store. So you can do that. We still have, but before we ask them to add flags, we still have some flags of our own to sell off. So we'll get rid of those. So if you want one of those, kind of reach out to the trail. We also have some smaller stickers and some keychains. So it's $2 or $5 for 2 keychains or a keychain and 2 stickers. So we've got that available. Just shoot us a message. We'll get them to you. If you want them mailed out, whatever it is, I think it's a couple bucks for the postage. Throw an extra couple bucks on, and we can mail that out to you as well. Same as the flags. I think the flags they were $4 to ship or something like that. So yeah, if you're interested in the flags, the keychains, or the stickers that we currently have, just get hold of us through the Facebook page and we can get those sent out to you as well. Other than that,
I think that's all I got. I was just going to mention SummerSlam. Right now, it's looking like for the challenge, I just have it on my phone because I just ran the numbers today. Derek Workman's leading right now with a 20 1/4 inch trout and an 18 3/4 inch trout.
Who's that?
He's Derek Workman. He's going to be tough to catch. 39 total inches.
Cody just says, I've sent my code of conduct in the email and nobody's gotten back to me yet.
Yeah, sorry, we don't sometimes answer those, but yeah, we've gotten everybody's code of conduct that has sent them.
I'm just trying to see here.
You can check and make sure they're, if we have his on
emails. There. Cody, yes, we have your code of conduct. It looks like there's an email there in joining the Cold Lake tournament. Yeah, so we've got our go on, and in your app store, look up Fishing Chaos. And then when you bring up Fishing Chaos, create yourself an account and look for the Western Canada Kayak Fishing Trail. I don't know if you can search WCKFT even. It might show up. I don't know what we have for
yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it shows up.
But look up Western Canada Kayak Fishing Trail, and then you can see all of our events. And then when you want to register for an event, the I mean, if you want to register for Cold Lake and pay for it now, I believe you can just register right now for this month, or you can subscribe for the monthly thing, register, and then you can cancel your subscription if that's all you're going to do.
Yeah,
As long as when you register for an event, you've at least paid for a month of that event. So if that's the only event you're going to do,
it'll force you to.
Yeah, if you're going to register right now and pay for it, no problem. That's absolutely great. You don't have to wait until August to register to pay for a subscription and register for it. So, if you've got any questions, Cody, just reach out to us on the Facebook page through Messenger. Taryn's our app guru, so he can walk you through if there's anything else. But yeah, everybody will get back to you. But yeah, that's pretty much all you got to do is just hop on the app and search out the trail and kind of join the trail. And then you just pay the monthly subscription. So for whatever month you're going to be fishing, we ask that you have a subscription for that month. So like I said, if you're just going to be doing the one event, you can register right now. Oh, there we go. Looking to book into Cold Lake and the Summer Slam as well. Maybe Buffalo if I have time from work. Yeah, once you get started, it just keeps going, dude. It becomes an addiction.
Exactly.
No, that's great. But yeah, if anybody has any questions on any of the app stuff, just reach out to us. Taryn's got access to the Facebook page and Messenger, so he can get back to you with app questions. For everybody else that is sending stuff in, like Taryn said, if we don't answer you, it's not that we didn't get it. We get everybody's emails as the codes of conduct come in. We just file them away and track it. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Yep.
I'm just looking to see if there's anything else in the inbox that we need to group camping for Buffalo Lake. Yes, this was from a Sergey, just sent this in today. Yeah, for anybody that's looking after Carolside, we do the same thing. We've got an overflow campground out at Buffalo Lake for everybody to camp in, and Carl Ball is your contact for that one. Anything else you can think of?
I think I'm good.
It's an addiction. Went from 1 kayak to 3 kayaks in 3 years. Yeah, I feel your pain, Sheldon. I have everybody can see you crawling by, Ben. In his grimace socks. Yeah, I feel your pain. I've got 2 4 hard-shelled kayaks and 3 inflatables right now. So thankfully,
I've got 3 kayaks and 3 sups.
Yeah, thankfully, I can say that I share them with my family. So I don't. Taryn can only say that he shares 2 sups with his family.
Exactly.
3 kayaks and 1 sup is his.
I just haven't sold any.
Yeah. Well, neither do I. I just keep passing them down to Ben.
I'm a hoarder.
All right. Well, I think we're going to call it here quits so that everybody can get ready for the Oilers hockey game. Because nobody wants Dallas to win, and we need a Canadian team to beat the hell out of New York when they take theirs out there.
That we do. Well, the game's already end of the first period already, so it's tied.
Oh, there you go. See, I that's what I should have done. I should have been streaming that in the corner so people could have been watching
in the corner, so people could have still been watching.
Yeah, next time if there's a hockey game on, I will do that. I will stream it on my computer and put that in the window as well, so that we
might get in trouble for copyright.
Well, there's nothing that says I can't stream TV when I pay for the plan. So it'd be no different than if I had it on a TV behind me. So
that's true. That's true.
All right. Well, with that, good luck to everybody that is fishing this weekend. If you haven't registered and you're able to make it, I highly suggest you go check out the Carolside Derby. It's your opportunity to catch some amazing pike, and from what was submitted last year, you won't be disappointed. Just trust me when I say you won't be disappointed if you hit that derby. So with that, we will say good night and good luck to everybody. And we'll see everybody back again Wednesday night next week for the Buffalo Lake Battle on Buffalo Captains meeting.